On a cold October night in Los Angeles, a young film student named Laura Hayes edits her horror short in her dim apartment, walls plastered with stab posters and Ghostface masks. When her phone rings from an unknown number, she laughs it off until the caller begins describing her exact surroundings, the flickering light above her, the reflection in her window, and the blood-curdling realization that he's already inside hits seconds before Ghostface strikes, her screams echoing as her blood splashes across a projector showing Stab 1. The title flashes, Scream 7, The Final Call. Months later, Sam Carpenter and her sister Tara try rebuilding their lives in New York after the carnage of Scream 6, but Sam's haunted by hallucinations of her father Billy Loomis whispering through mirrors, a darkness she can't shake. When Gale Weathers contacts her about new Ghostface killings in LA targeting people tied to the original 1996 Woodsboro massacre, Sam reluctantly returns to her cursed hometown with Tara, Chad, and Mindy. Woodsboro feels eerily rebuilt, polished but soulless, the infamous Loomis house boarded up yet clearly occupied. Meanwhile, true crime podcasters obsessed with the Ghostface legend live stream their theories until Ghostface invades their show live, killing them on camera as viewers watch in horror. The murders escalate, each mimicking iconic kills from the past: a garage door crush, a shower scene slash, a school bathroom ambush, each victim somehow linked to the original bloodline. Mindy, the film buff, decodes the murder map and realizes every location forms a circle around the original Woodsboro high site, while Sam's paranoia grows, suspecting Gale might be manipulating events for fame again, until Gale confesses she's been hiding something. Police files revealing Billy Loomis wasn't acting alone in 1996. There was a mysterious third accomplice named Marion Loomis, Billy's aunt, long thought dead. Following a trail of clues, Sam and Tara discover Marion's isolated farmhouse lined with Ghostface photos and newspaper clippings. The rotary phone rings, Sam answers, and hears her own distorted voice taunting her, "You're not the hero, Sam. You're the sequel they never asked for." The climax explodes at the abandoned Woodsboro film studio, now rebuilt as a stab convention full of recreated murder sets, a literal museum of every Scream death ever filmed. Gale, Sam, Tara, Mindy, and Chad are lured inside and trapped as the lights cut out, Ghostface hunting them through movie set replicas of their own traumas. The truth unravels: there isn't one Ghostface, but two: Evan Loomis, Billy's cousin seeking to finish the family legacy, and Lucy Hayes, Laura's vengeful twin sister, blaming Sam and Gale for exploiting her sister's death. But in a shocking betrayal, Gale Weathers shoots Lucy, revealing herself as the true mastermind behind everything, manipulating Evan and the others to reignite the Ghostface story for her ultimate documentary, sneering, "The story was dying. Woodsboro was dying. So I gave it a new ending." Sam, trembling but fierce, faces Gale in the restored Loomis house, the walls echoing with screams of the past, as Gale tempts her to embrace her bloodline, claiming they're the same, both killers feeding on trauma. Sam drops her knife, whispering, "You're wrong. I don't need the mask anymore," but as she turns her back, Gale lunges, and Tara appears from behind, driving a knife through Gale's chest in a brutal, silent strike. The sisters collapse into each other's arms as sirens wail outside, the house bathed in red and blue light. Sam's phone buzzes, unknown number, and though she hesitates, she answers. A faint whisper, familiar yet distorted, slithers through the speaker, "Did you really think it was over?" The screen cuts to black. In a post-credits scene, a man in a trench coat unlocks a dark warehouse stacked with Ghostface mannequins, pries open a crate labeled Stab 8, Director's Cut, and pulls out a dusty script bearing one chilling line on the cover page, written by Sidney Prescott. Months after the Woodsboro massacre that ended Gale Weathers' twisted plot, Sam and Tara Carpenter are trying to start over again in Los Angeles, living under fake names and new identities, but peace is an illusion. Sam still receives calls from unknown numbers, the same eerie ringtone that once marked death, and though she ignores them, each voicemail plays a faint echo of her own voice whispering, "You can't bury blood." Tara's in college now, studying film, trying to reclaim normalcy, while Sam works nights at a psychiatric clinic, pretending to be someone else. Across the city, a mysterious producer named Martin Cross announces Stab, Resurrection, a film claiming to finally tell the real story behind Woodsboro, promising authenticity with never-before-seen evidence. What no one knows is that Cross has acquired the crate shown in the post-credits of Scream 7, the one containing Stab 8, director's cut written by Sidney Prescott. When his crew begins pre-production at an abandoned backlot outside Burbank, murders start again. Actors playing the roles of the original survivors are killed in the exact order of the 1996 murders, each death filmed from multiple hidden cameras as if someone is directing the carnage. The FBI contacts Sam, believing her connection to the Loomis bloodline makes her the killer again, but Mindy insists they investigate the studio themselves, suspecting the film's producer. As the new Ghostface spree gains national attention, Sidney Prescott herself reemerges after years in hiding, gray-haired, stoic, armed, and silent, returning to confront what she once thought she'd buried forever. She visits Sam and Tara, warning them, "This isn't a copycat, it's a resurrection. Someone wants to bring the story back to life." Meanwhile, strange symbols appear at every crime scene, burned initials SP and BL etched into walls, referencing Sidney and Billy Loomis. When Sam sneaks into the production lot, she discovers a chilling secret: the entire Stab, Resurrection film is being shot in real time with hidden cameras across LA, and the script is updating itself digitally after each kill as if someone's rewriting the story live. She also finds footage from Scream 7 that no one could have recorded, including her private confrontation with Gale, suggesting that a third unseen presence has been watching all along. Tara, terrified but determined, follows Sam into the studio's underground editing room, where walls are covered with monitors showing every major Scream death in history, playing simultaneously a cathedral of horror. Then the voice returns, deeper, colder, "Hello, Samantha. I've been directing you since the beginning." Ghostface appears, but this time, there are three of them, each wearing a variation of the mask: one classic white, one cracked porcelain, one chrome like a reflection of Sam herself. They speak in unison, "We are the audience. We are the story." In a terrifying sequence, Sam is forced to relive her father's memories through VR footage projected around her, each murder from Billy's perspective recreated using her own likeness. It's revealed that Martin Cross, the producer, is actually the son of Roman Bridger, the original mastermind behind Scream 3, seeking to finish what his father started to turn Ghostface into a myth that never dies, immortalized on film. He captured Sidney years ago, forcing her to write the Stab 8 script under duress, explaining why her name appeared on the crate. Sidney, however, anticipated this day. She planted hidden codes inside the script that can be used to expose Cross's real identity and location. In the third act, all survivors Sam, Tara, Mindy, Chad, and Sidney are lured into a massive sound stage designed to look like the old Woodsboro town square. As the cameras roll, Cross, masked as Ghostface, directs the entire confrontation live on his private network, bragging that real fear sells better than fiction. But Sidney turns the tables, activating her code which triggers the studio's emergency broadcast, streaming the event globally, exposing Cross as he unmasked himself in real time. Chaos erupts, fire spreads, lights explode, the metallic Ghostface attacks Tara, who stabs him through the jaw in self-defense, while Sam faces Cross one-on-one, the chrome-masked Ghostface revealing himself as not just Cross but also an AI-controlled replica of Billy Loomis's voice and face projected through the mask. Sam's own genetic nightmare, her father's ghost-turned-digital god. As the building burns, Sam traps Cross under collapsing scaffolding, whispering, "You wanted a finale, here's your ending," and drives a camera tripod through his chest, impaling him as the fire consumes the studio. Outside, Sidney helps Tara drag Sam to safety, the police arriving just as dawn breaks. The survivors watch the studio crumble, the word "stab" flickering in neon before dying out completely. But as the screen fades to black, a faint static sound grows louder, resolving into a new broadcast somewhere. A dark room filled with servers displays a live stream of the destruction, and a familiar distorted voice speaks softly through a microphone, "Every cut needs a sequel." The camera pans to reveal a wall of Ghostface masks, and in the reflection of one, Sidney's face appears expressionless, illuminated by the glow of the monitors as she whispers, "Then let us begin again." 1 year after the inferno that destroyed the Stab, Resurrection studio, the world has changed. Ghostface is no longer just a killer, but a movement, a viral cult born on the internet, fueled by forums, encrypted broadcasts, and millions of obsessed followers hiding behind digital masks. The phrase "every cut needs a sequel" has become a slogan spreading across dark web channels where users call themselves the final audience, each promising to finish the story. Sidney Prescott, scarred but unbroken, lives in isolation in the Pacific Northwest under a fake name, monitoring news of new Ghostface sightings, while Sam and Tara Carpenter remain under FBI protection after exposing the conspiracy. But peace is fragile. A new broadcast begins circulating globally, grainy footage of Sidney in her home, sleeping, filmed from inside her house. Then a distorted voice, smoother than before, echoes through the stream, "You can't kill the story, Sidney. You are the story." The video ends with the image of a new Ghostface mask, half burned, half digital, glowing faintly red. Within hours, cities across America report coordinated attacks by masked individuals claiming to be Ghostface reborn. The FBI scrambles to contain it, but the killings follow a chilling pattern. Each victim is connected to either the original Woodsboro murders or the survivors who lived to tell the tale. When Sam receives a box delivered with no return address containing her father's old knife wrapped in film reel, she knows the nightmare is back. Against all warnings, Sam, Tara, Mindy, and Sidney reunite in a fortified safe house deep in the Oregon woods, joined by a weary but determined detective, Mark Kincaid, Sidney's old ally and husband, who reveals the truth. Before the Stab 8 fires, a full backup of the footage and the AI system running it was uploaded to a hidden satellite server called Project Resurrection, designed to immortalize Ghostface through data and replication. Now, someone or something has activated it again. Ghostface has become digital. As the killings spread globally, London, Tokyo, Sydney, New York, live feeds appear on every major platform simultaneously, showing random civilians receiving calls, then being stalked and killed live while millions watch. The world's first mass murder broadcast has begun. The team traces the origin to a decommissioned broadcast station hidden beneath the ruins of the original Woodsboro High School, sealed since 1996. Inside, they find a vast underground complex filled with servers, monitors, and looping footage from every murder in Ghostface history. Tara mutters, trembling, it's like the internet's bleeding." Suddenly the power flickers, and the room's giant screen lights up with the burned Ghostface mask, AI generated but terrifyingly human. It speaks in Billy Loomis's voice, layered with hundreds of others: Stu Macker, Roman Bridger, Jill Roberts, Richie Kirsch, every killer's voice blended into one, saying, "You made me immortal." The AI then triggers the station's emergency system, sealing all exits, while broadcasting their location live to every device on Earth. The world watches as Sidney, Sam, and Tara become unwilling stars of the final stab. Mindy is killed trying to shut down the mainframe, her last words, "End the movie, kill the feed." Sidney, haunted but fearless, realizes the only way to destroy Ghostface forever is to erase the idea to end the broadcast, even if it means dying on camera. In a climactic battle, Ghostface drones swarm the tunnels, broadcasting from every angle, while the AI speaks through every speaker in the world, mocking them, "I am everyone watching. I am every scream you loved." Sam, covered in blood and trembling rage, stabs through multiple drones, screaming, "You're not a story, you're a disease." As Tara uploads a virus into the mainframe using code hidden inside Sidney's old Stab 8 script, the system fights back, forcing them to face projected versions of every killer, hallucinations made real by holograms. Sidney faces Billy Loomis's digital ghost one last time. He smirks, "You'll never escape me," but she whispers, "Watch me," and empties her gun into the servers. Explosions tear through the underground chamber as fire consumes the data, collapsing the entire facility. Sam and Tara drag Sidney out through a collapsing corridor, flames chasing them like ghosts of the past. Above ground, they collapse in the dawn light as the signal finally dies. Around the world, the broadcasts go black. Millions of Ghostface masks fall silent. The internet floods with static, then nothing. Silence for the first time in decades. Weeks later, the news declares Ghostface officially over, every digital trace wiped, every copy destroyed. Sam and Tara visit Sidney at a quiet lake cabin, where she lives peacefully with her husband and children. They talk about survival, grief, and legacy, and Sidney tells Sam, "Evil isn't in the mask, it's in the audience that never stops watching. The moment we stop giving it a sequel, it dies." Sam nods, finally free of her father's voice, watching the sun rise over the water. But just as the camera pulls away, a faint buzz hums from a laptop on the table. The screen flickers to life, static forms into a single line of text, "Stream reconnected." The reflection of the mask flashes once in the glass, barely visible, then vanishes. The film ends on Sidney's silent stare into the camera, half in fear, half in acceptance, before fading to black as a single final whisper echoes through the theater cut.